All right, Kenman here, and today we have a box of giant proportion. I can't even get it on camera. What is contained within? Another crazy unboxing here on the KDK network. We're gonna get right into this. I'll let you all know, as I am long-winded, there are several knives in here, so we're not going to look at every single one of them in detail today, but we're going to unbox this, see what we've got for our future viewing. We'll look at a couple of them today. What are we getting ourselves into? It's huge. I don't even know. I think I have to bring them all out the side here. I'm not even sure how this is going to work, so we're just going to cut. Can you see this? There was my cut. Maybe it wasn't thick enough. There it is. And boom, we are in. What did we get today? There is an invoice right there. Nothing of craziness except, ooh, we do want to show that. SMKW, right? So now we have a little bit closer idea. That's a new sticker. I like that one, the fall with the deer on there. Always nice to add to the sticker collection. Looks like we're taking everything out from here. Let me kind of rearrange my table. Man, this is something. We have some filler paper on the floor. We have some more filler paper on the floor. To the floor it goes. Holy. All right. I guess I opened the side that all the filler paper was on. Oh my. Oh, and here we go. First item. Oh, look at this. So this was a promo. I guess if you spent a certain amount. This is the Urban Gear Carabiner. So you've got a little non-climbing. Yeah, it probably says that right there, not for climbing. Let's go ahead and tear this off. Oh, we're not tearing that. We are not tearing that, but we can cut. Can make a cut. So this did come for free along with my purchase since I bought a few things. I don't know exactly what the price was to hit this. It says right there, not for climbing. Generally, a climbing carabiner will be larger, and there will be a little notch right there that this locks into, right? So that would be a lock. And so this actually isn't very strong, so this could pull apart versus the lock creates more of a loop. So this is just a nice carabiner on like a bag or something, holding a towel or something that you can hang off of that bag. And then there is also a little blade on there. Nice little freebie, little emergency. If you want to have something on one of your packs when you're out camping or something, that's not a bad little thing for tying up or helping tie up a tent or putting up a line for your clothes to hang up to dry or something like that. Nice little freebie included with my order. Thank you, Smoky Mountain Knife Works. All right, in we go. Pulling out. Ooh, look at this. Bing, 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 bing. Bing. More paper. Oh. And my arm, if you can see my arm, the length of my arm is extending past the elbow all the way up to the shoulder. I have 3-foot arms. This is a huge box. Why are all these things in that box? Well, because this is in that box. Dun, dun, dun. I put it upside down. Huge box on the floor. There we have it. Several things. Some of them are going to be a surprise. We're going to look at a couple of these in a day or two or over the next couple of days. But we did get a nice little stack right here. What do we think is contained within? People might know what these are right here. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pack of stuff along with the carabiner. I have to do this in some separate videos just because I am long-winded and I don't need to make a 30-minute, 40-minute video for all of these. So they're each going to get their own kind of thing. So this is a knife that you will see in the future. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. Get excited for it. These we're going to keep out. This is a knife that we're going to do in the future. We'll see. Yeah. If that gives you any clue as to what's going to be in there. But stay tuned for that. That will be popping up maybe tomorrow. We'll go ahead and open these today. So we have something to check out from this box. Don't want to leave you all hanging too much. So these, I can open one of them and show it. If you have not seen before, I've already gotten several of these. This is the Rough Rider, what do they call it? The small lockback. This is a small brass lockback. Ooh, they're still cold. I'm in Minnesota. They were delivered recently and they've been sitting outside. So this is a nice little brass lockback, just a 440 stainless, nice and sharp little slicey little knives. But I do shipwrecks with these. What is a shipwreck, Kenman? Well, you take a brass or copper knife and you can put it in a container with some chemicals like ammonia, salt, and others. And you can basically take a knife that looks like this and turn it into this. And if you're not a fan of how that one turned out, you can use some different chemicals in different amounts and get something like this. Salt is what brings out the blues. So depending on how you add it and have it sit in there, you can get some different techniques, different styles. I've already done 3 of these. All 3 of them are a little bit different than each other. I've already given one of them away. But now I have 3 more to do. So I have these 2 that I'll either keep or maybe give away at some point. And 3 fresh ones for some more shipwreck projects. Stay tuned for that in the future. I will link in the description maybe or at the end a couple of my shipwrecks so you can kind of watch. I do the video where I film the whole thing, show you all how it's done from start to finish, taking it apart, doing it, putting it back together. In this case, I didn't actually take these apart because they're pinned. So I just covered the blade and just did it, and it seemed to be fine. The process doesn't really affect anything other than brass or copper, so the steel seems to be just good. The lock still works great, so I plan to do a few more of these. Hang out with me. Maybe one will disappear from here and enter your life in a giveaway sometime soon. All right, so we got 3 of those. Got one other thing we're going to look at on this video, and it'll keep it not too long. Comment below how you feel about that. Are you mad that we're not looking at that big one today? Well, I promise you it'll go up tomorrow. Okay, so this is another Rough Rider. This is the Amber Smooth Bone Knife Pick. So this is actually not a knife. It's kind of more like a pry bar, if you will. But it's not really, they didn't intend to make these as pry bars. Mini bag on the floor. So that is a smooth bone with an amber color to it. Got the little Rough Rider badge insert, pins, and then a solid piece. I believe this is also like a 440 stainless. But this is actually something that dealers and knife sellers would use when they were out, and it's basically a nail nick tool. So you're supposed to use that to get in there to remove it or something like that. Has anyone ever seen these, used these before? But apparently you're supposed to use that in that nail nick to help open and close or open the knife if you don't have nails to get in there. So I guess, you know, you put that in there to help get it going and then get it out the rest of the way. I had never heard of them before, but I saw it. It wasn't too expensive on that White Mountain or Smoky Mountain Knife Works channel or page. So I figured I'd try it out, get one, see what it's about. Worst case scenario, it could be a pry bar. You know, that is a solid piece. You don't want to use your knife to pry something. If you had this knife on you, stuck that in there to try to pry a screw loose or pry off a staple or something, you could bend or damage that blade. So in that case, that's when a pry bar comes in handy, because you can now use that nice little screwdriver that you could have in the pocket, or just something if you need to pry up, like I said, a staple or something like that. Who has one of these? Anyone have any knowledge or history on these? I'm going to do a little more research. I think it's fun. It's a cool little pocket tool, also small enough to just disappear. Pretty much the same size as these. I am interested to learn more. But we have a couple of those Rough Riders all right there. Going to be doing some shipwrecks on those soon. We got that new smooth bone knife pick. And then I have this and this to be unboxed very soon. Stay tuned. This one will be up tomorrow, and then that one will probably be the day after that. Maybe mix it up. I have several unboxings that I'm working on and doing. Much appreciation to everyone who tunes in and enjoys the channel. Like and subscribe if you're having a good time. And stay tuned for some fun new stuff with these Rough Riders. If you're enjoying the shipwrecks, we have more to come. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.